Hey everybody, this is Kelly with Luminary, and I am so excited to introduce you guys to the newest member of our family. Welcome, Imagine. All right, so let's get into this little jar and look at all the loveliness inside. Oh my goodness. It's your new favorite color, right? Okay, just wait till you see it on the nails. All right, so I'm gonna take you guys through a complete manicure from start to finish in real time. So the video is a little long. It's about it's like 28 and a half minutes or so. So this first step is with the flame bit. And I had already done this step once before. That's why you see all the dust on her nails already. So I didn't wanna show you twice to bore you. So we'll go ahead and just go through the second time that I'm doing it. And I'm just starting in the center and working my way to the right. So I'm just exfoliating the cuticle on the nail plate with the flame bit. So starting in the center, moving to the right. My e-file is on a medium speed, just right in the middle. And it's actually in reverse right now. That's the way that I like to start out doing the nails, is in reverse. All right, so last but not least is the thumb. Well, at least the way that I work. I always work from the pinky to the thumb. Whichever way you're working, of course, is totally up to you, whatever you're comfortable with. But we're just exfoliating that cuticle in reverse, moving from the center to the right. And I'm reaching over right now to put my e-file into the forward position. So now I can work from the center, moving towards the left. Okay, so now we're going back to the first finger and we're in forward. So now we're gonna do all 4 fingers, because we started with the thumb, in the forward position. All right, so we're gonna brush off all of that cuticle dust and get ready for our ball bit. So here is the lovely ball bit, and we're gonna start off on the pinky, in forward on the e-file, and just come down the side of the finger and just exfoliate that hard skin that develops on each side of our fingernail. And then we're gonna stand forward and just work our way around the cuticle very gently. Again, we're in forward on the e-file and working our way all the way around. Really gentle pressure, but it's in medium, so about 15,000 RPMs. But my touch is really light. So practice this on yourself before using it on a client so you know exactly how it feels. So I just put my e-file into reverse, going the opposite direction, because I had a little piece of skin that I just wanted to grab, and going in reverse would just help me to do that. So I've gone back into forward, and we're gonna move on to the rest of the fingers. So we are finished with our prep. So I've saturated my manicure brush with 99% isopropyl alcohol. That's what I recommend all of you guys use out there, 99% isopropyl alcohol. Do not use the rubbing alcohol from the grocery store. That is full of water, not good for a manicure. Okay, now we'll take Commit, which is our primer. And we're just going to apply 2 coats, that's my preference, to all 5 nails. So Commit is now applied to all 5 fingers. Now, if you wanted to, you could put it in the LED light for a minute or so, and it'll make it a little stickier if you have really, really bad problem lifter clients. so now we are going to move on, and we're gonna lift up that cuticle with the Luminary pusher, and we're going to apply a really, really thin coat of that gorgeous color, Imagine. So we're gonna do the same thing on all 5 fingers. So we're gonna lift up that cuticle so we can push the cuticle back. We can get as close as we can with that initial base coat. So the really thin coat is a preference. You do not have to do it. I prefer to do it and then cure it in the LED light for 30 seconds after you've done all 5 fingers. All right, so she's gonna go into the light for 30 seconds to cure that initial base layer. And I'm gonna take some Imagine from my 30 ml and put it into the jar. Such a gorgeous, gorgeous, warm, brown, caramely nude. Love it. All right, guys, it is now time for the fun part, where we get the structure and the structured manicure. So I'm gonna take my pusher again and just lift up that cuticle. Take a super thin coat of Imagine. Now remember, this is the layer that is important because your next step is going to follow the gel that you put down on this layer. So if you get it on the skin, you might want to start over again, because the dollop of gel on the next step is just going to follow that wet gel that went onto the skin and make a big mess for you. So just be extra careful where you put this layer. And now we're going to dip into our jar and grab a dollop of Imagine. Going to set it at the cuticle and just push it into place really lightly, like you're just kind of floating your brush. Your brush is touching the gel. Just push it up, bring it down, bring it over to the side. Don't get too close to the sides, because you guys can perfect that with the detail brush. So just focus on getting the product down the center of the nail. And then you can feather it lightly towards the end so you don't have a super thick nail. And that is that. So I'm just going to take my detail brush and touch up those sides, because like I said, I didn't get too close. So I want to make sure that they have product and enough product. And you can choose to go upside down, or if you feel that you have perfected your arch, go straight into the light. And we're going to do this on all 5 fingers, one at a time. And you can flash cure that. Like the first finger that I did, I flash cured it for about, I'd say probably about 15 seconds. And then you can bring it out and move on to the next finger. Okay, so on this finger, I wanted to take her hand upside down just to perfect that arch. And like I said before, you don't have to do this step, although it makes for a gorgeous arch. Very natural looking and a beautiful structure. So the gel went into the side of her finger a little bit, so I'm just gonna take my pusher and scrape it away. And just double checking everything up. It's still, yep, the gel's gonna follow wherever it got on the skin before. So once you do that, get into the light really fast. So after the thumb, we're just gonna go into the light for a full 60-second cure. And that's gonna do it for this video. Stay tuned for the art part in part 2. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Share it with your nail tech friends, subscribe to us, follow us on Instagram, and like us on Facebook.